Example 11, we're going to use a graphical approach to solve absolute value inequalities. Given the equation y is equal to negative 1/2 times the absolute value of 4x minus 5 plus 3, we want to determine the x values for which the y values are negative. So we're trying to determine where y is less than 0, which is when negative 1/2 times 4x minus 5 plus 3 is less than 0. We begin by isolating the absolute value. So before we do anything, we can multiply both sides by the negative over here and the LCD, which is 2. If we multiply both sides by negative 2, then that means we have to flip the inequality symbol when multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So negative 2 times negative 1/2 leaves you with the absolute value of 4x minus 5. On this side, negative 3 times negative 2 is going to give you positive 6. And again, we're flipping the less than inequality to a greater than inequality. Next, we solve for the inequality. The absolute value of 4x minus 5 is equal to 6. So the absolute value of x, which is equal to k, is equivalent to x is equal to negative k, or x is equal to k. So 4x minus 5 is equal to negative 6, which means we have 4x, which is equal to negative 1. And so therefore x is equal to negative 1/4. 4x minus 5 is equal to 6. Adding 5 to both sides gives us 4x is equal to 11. So x is equal to 11/4. Now we're going to examine the graph to observe where y values are negative. We observe where the branches are below the x-axis. Notice that it is not important exactly what the graph looks like as long as we know that it crosses the horizontal axis at negative 1/4, which is negative 0.25, and 11/4, which is 2.75. So what that means here is that if we go from a negative infinity here to positive infinity, let's take a look at this graph. Okay, we're going to label it. So from here to here, as it continues on, it's below the x-axis. So the interval is going to go from negative infinity all the way to negative 1/4. And it's also below the x-axis here. And that's going from 11/4 to positive infinity. Now, where is it above the x-axis? Well, above the x-axis is in between those two numbers. So it's in between 1/4, negative 1/4, and 11/4, where it's above the x-axis.